What the going on this team, Jerry?
Bury him! Bury him!
Jerry, TJ Watt.
He is the best defensive player on the planet.
Go! Yes! Yes! We're going on fire! Steelers fans! Bang! Run it down their throat!
No! That's not a penalty!
Game over! Game over! Don't ask me to do nothing! This is nothing!
He's aggressive.
Hello. Welcome back to another episode of the Steel Here podcast, where I'm your host, Kevin Adams, alongside my partner in crime, Jersey Jerry. Jerry Don, it is Sunday evening. The Pittsburgh Steelers are 1-0, baby. They're leading the AFC North. Everything went our way today. Tell me how you're feeling, Jerry Don.
I feel great. I mean, almost everything went our way today. I feel like the Steelers dominated that game.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, just dominated. And listen, I love the win. 1-0 feels incredible. I just wish we would have scored a touchdown or two. I mean, I don't know. I felt like we got boned on a couple calls, especially with the TJ offsides one. George Pickens' offensive pass interference was a little skeptical to me. But hey, listen, that defense is real. They are so real. Falcons have so many weapons, Also, good offensive-minded coach.
Yep.
And their offensive coordinator, Kyle Pitts, Bijan, Kirk, Drake London. Ray, out of all guys, had the best day on the Falcons offense. But anyway, just a great win all the way around. Offense did its job when it mattered the most. Fields, no turnovers, so that was really good to see. Really happy with the win.
Jerry Don, let's start with the biggest thing of the day today. You lose Cam Johnston, so we'll just start there. It's terrible. You lose Cam Johnston. We finally have a good punter. You lose the punter.
He's officially
but hats
done?
off to. Yeah, they said it's a. I mean, I just got back. Like literally, it's 10:30 at night. My flight just landed, came home. We're recording right now. So the last thing I read was he's likely done for the year. So the Steelers are going to be looking for a punter. Chris Boswell, Jerry Don. That guy makes several 50, I want to say 53, 57, 55-yard field goals. Like, you see Justin Tucker on Thursday night miss a field goal, 52, I want to say it was. And then you see Chris Boswell go out there and just bang him. So did I want to get in the end zone? Fuck yeah, I wanted to get in the end zone. I mean, yeah, the offense moved up and down the field. You say we dominated. We absolutely dominated that game. If you take the officiating aspect of it out, when they help Cousins, TJ strip sack, they take it away. They help them move down the field. They end up scoring a touchdown, late in the first half, and then you have Fields throw that deep ball to GP, get us in field goal range, make it 10-9 at the half. I think, honestly, that was the back-breaking moment for the Falcons. They go down, they score after our defense bottles them up, and then we go down immediately, make 3 out of it, and make it 10-9 going into the half. Hats off Chris Boswell, though. I mean, the guy, Jerry, to make that many long field goals in one game, hell of a performance, but it's the punt. So you lose Cam Johnston. Boswell's backed up, pretty much punts the ball from inside of his own 10-yard line and nukes the thing 50-plus yards. And so, I mean, don't tell me you can't find somebody better than Presley Harvin that's going to be coming back out here. I'm likely assuming they bring back out Presley Harvin next week.
Oh, I really hope they don't. But hey, listen, it is what it is. It's the NFL. The injuries are going to happen. You got to find a way to fight through it. And it sucks that he went down because even he showed in preseason he was so good, such a good leg. Was able to flip fields for us. But on the offensive side of the ball, I just want to say, shout out George Pickens.
Oh, yeah.
Georgie boy, he is a different breed. He really is. I mean, some of these catches are just so crazy. He had a really good game. Now, he didn't get over 100 yards, but he had 85 yards, for 8 catches or something like that.
Yep.
Made some big plays, especially the one before half that we needed big time.
Yep.
He showed that he can be a true number one today. I am very, very worried about Van Jefferson and Calvin Austin. I will say that.
Yes.
They did not look good. Calvin Austin, I'm really not even sure he should be returning punts because I don't know, man. He just doesn't look that good. He really doesn't to me. Listen, the receivers, the only ones who showed up today pretty much were George Pickens and Pat Freiermuth. Najee had a pretty good day. Jalen Warren had like one or two good runs, but Najee carried the load, which I was surprised. Jalen Warren really didn't get the ball much today, but I guess it really wasn't needed. Play calling was a little weird today. We're going to see, I think, a lot more of these 3rd and 6s, 3rd and 5s where we're going to run the ball.
I didn't love that. I did not love it today, Jerry. I didn't. I thought there were several instances where it's 3rd and 6 and we're running a draw up the middle with Cordero Patterson. Yeah. I think there's a chance that you didn't see as much Jalen Warren as you might say week 7, week 8 later in the season. And maybe it's because they just didn't want to push him with the hammy. There's no need. Najee was running the ball well. I thought Najee played overall pretty well. I think he had 70 rushing yards. So that's a pretty decent game for Najee Harris. I'm not expecting, anything insane. I thought he played pretty damn well, to be honest. The line I actually thought was, for the most part, fairly decent. Justin Fields, Jerry, has the ability to make plays with his legs, and he made plays with his legs. He made some special plays.
Yeah, he did, man. I mean, the first play of the game scared the shit out of me with the fumble. I think he took like 1 or 2 bad sacks where I felt like he shouldn't have taken those sacks. Yep. But overall, his ability to scramble, his ability to get first downs with his legs was awesome to see. I mean, we haven't seen that for a long time in Pittsburgh, a quarterback that can, we go back to like the Big Ben early days where like he was able to scramble out the pocket. He wasn't as athletic as Fields, but he was able to use his legs, scramble for first downs. Yep. We haven't seen that in such a long time, so that was awesome to see, and I appreciate that. Mike Tomlin, I don't know what he's doing in that situation. He's the type of guy, listen, I love Mike Tomlin, respect Mike Tomlin. It feels like when you're not supposed to go for it, he goes for it. And when you are, he doesn't. It's just so weird. I mean, you're supposed to just take the 3, go up 8. You know what I mean?
You wanted to just take the 3? Like that's where you were at that point in the game? You wanted the 3?
I said it on stream. I'm like, dude, just take the 3. Go up 8. You know what I mean? Just go up 8. Why are you going to risk not getting it? Then they have the momentum. What happens if they get 3-4 first downs? I mean, they're about to score a touchdown and you go for 2 in the game. You know what I mean? Like they're winning the game.
I wanted them to go for it personally, only because I did, because like that's what it takes. We ask for this shit, Jared. We ask for it. Have some stones, go for it. I get it. The 8 makes it, you can't lose then. Even if they score a touchdown, you can't lose. However, they weren't moving the ball at all in that second half on us. No. So you're right there. If you don't get it, they're backed up, asses against the goal line. I didn't love the play call. For me personally, I didn't love the play call. No, I didn't like the execution of the play. They have their linebacker jumping over and taking Fields on the keeper, who I thought, had some good keepers too, though. I thought he had some good quarterback keeps where he got first downs, on that same type of play. I just didn't love it in that instance. But I wanted to go for it personally for that reason, because if they do not get it, then you have them back against the wall and the defense is eating, and it ultimately worked to our advantage because then Kirk Cousins throws the interception. So, hats off ultimately to the defense. Jerry, they make the most money of any defense in football, and they needed to perform the way that they performed today, and it starts with TJ Watt. Jerry, he's the best defensive player in the fucking game.
Yeah, it's not debate. I mean, it's really like, I don't even like to go back and forth with like Twitter trolls and clowns like that, because like it's just not even really debatable anymore. It's like,
right?
I'm not going to say I watch Browns games and Raiders games where I see Crosby every single play. I don't, you know what I mean? But from what I see, watching the Steelers week in, week out, is like, is anybody like doing what he does? I don't think so. You know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy. Like, he's so fucking good. Another guy who stepped up today, and I'll give him some credit, because we don't really give him a lot of credit on this show, because we do talk about TJ Watt a lot because he's so electric. Alex Highsmith with a couple big plays today. Yep. That batted ball was massive. Big play from him. Also, Peyton Wilson. It seems like that guy, if he gets his arms around you, he's tackling you.
Yep. Jerry,
You
you
know,
might
he
be on to
played-
something with that guy. You might be on to something with that guy.
He played a lot more than people thought.
Yes, he did. And so I'm sitting there, I'm watching the game unfold, and I'm like, man, there's a lot of 41 out here. There is a lot of 41 out here. I thought we would see more Landon Roberts than we did, but I feel like that's the Steelers saying, look, we know that this guy has all the intangibles to be very good. We just got to let him go out here and show us. And he had speed, Jerry. That guy's going to make some plays for us. Like you said, he gets his hands around you. He can tackle. He's a great tackler. I thought he played phenomenal. I'm sitting there thinking the whole time, God damn it, Jerry might have something with saying this guy could be their defensive MVP, which was honestly a crazy thing to say in my opinion. But after seeing how much they used him today, it's not as far-fetched as maybe it initially sounded.
No, for sure. And listen, it's week 1. You know, I'm not going to speculate anything, but I don't know the stat line, but I'm not sure Patrick Queen had a great game. I seen him miss like 2 or 3 tackles.
Yeah, he didn't look as good as I had hoped.
Yeah, but I mean, it's week 1, you know what I mean? He'll probably start off slow. I know he posted something on Twitter where, like, got to get back to work next week.
Yep.
There was, like, a fan who went at him like, yo, you got to tackle, bro, or something like that.
I saw him respond to it.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, shit. I mean, hey, fuck it. I mean, he responded, you know, which, yeah, I don't think he had the best game, but, hey, it's week 1. Wearing the green dot, first time wearing the green dot in the Steelers' defense. So, you know, overall, I give that performance a B-. I do. Defensive, I would give it an A+. But altogether, between special teams and offense, you combine everything, I would give it a B-, maybe a B+. I hope this isn't... Listen, how do I say this without being greedy? I hope we don't have to win every game like this.
Yeah.
Where it's just defense. Let's talk about, Kev, what do we do next week? Are we going to go to Russ, or are we going to ride just... Wow, you're quick!
Jerry, I thought Justin Fields did some things today where I'm like, this guy could win. He protected the ball for the most part. You said he took some bad sacks, and he did take some bad sacks. Some things where just throw the fucking ball away, bro. Like, you're killing us with, 15, 18-yard sacks that you're taking. Get the ball out of your hands. However, what he did, once he settled in after that first drive, the fumbled snap, I'm like, here we go, man. This guy just can't take a snap to save his fucking life out here.
Yeah.
He settled in, though, Jerry. And I know his stat line didn't look that great, and they didn't score touchdowns. However, I thought the officiating was not good. And that's not me saying that the Steelers got fucked, but they did get fucked. I thought the officiating was pretty bad.
I thought it was terrible.
It was
terrible.
awful. And so if you account for the deep ball that he throws at the end of the first half to GP, and they go into field goal range, okay, that one counts. However, he put a dime on George Pickens when they called GP for the push-off.
Yeah.
Was it a ticky-tacky push-off? Yes. GP gets called for it because he's known for pushing off. He gets called on that. Maybe a veteran receiver, he lets that slide. However, I didn't think it was a push-off, and I don't think he had to do it. The cornerback was not getting his hands up. GP did not have to push off, and that ball was, Jerry, it was on the money, on stride. It was an absolute dime. I thought he did some things today where I'm like, I want to see him play again next week, especially because the Broncos suck, Jerry. They suck. So if you're going to give Ross another week, okay, great. I'm sure he wants redemption against his old squad, but I want to see Fields again. Like, that's where I'm at with it. I knew that this would happen if he got in there. Jerry, he's the future. He's going to be the future if he's good. So at this point, you get to start. He won the game. I thought he performed fairly well with his legs. I want to see some more of it.
I think they're going to give the start to Russ, only because I think their plan this year is Russ. Mm-hmm. Now, if your plan this year is Russ, which they have openly pretty much said all along, if Russ is good to go, you're playing a rookie quarterback on the Broncos in Bo Nix. Mm-hmm. They're not very good. They don't really run the ball that well. Mm-hmm. They don't have good receivers. It gives Russ the chance to boost his confidence, go out there, score some points, some touchdowns on offense, let the defense eat, and you go out there, get a dub in week 2 with Russell Wilson, and now it's time to go with him. If you don't play Russ week 2 against the Broncos, I mean, I don't know what I guess Fields is just going to be the starter.
I think, Jerry, what was the report that comes out yesterday? That Russ says he's good to play, and the Steelers said, "Oh, our team doctors are going to be a little more cautious about it." And as soon as that happened, I said to you, "I'm like, to me, I hear that as they want to play Fields, not if let me put it to you this way: if Big Ben goes in there and he says, 'I'm good to play, coach,' is Big Ben playing?"
Yeah.
Yeah, Jerry. So, I mean, if Russ Wilson goes in there and says, 'I'm good to play,' and they're saying, maybe we're going to hold you out. I don't know, man. I think that if Russ does not play against the Broncos, I don't know that he plays the rest of the season if Fields continues to just, improve a little bit here and there.
This is like the worst, one of the worst things that could have, like, as far as decision making, like, this put Tomlin in such a weird spot.
Yep.
And listen, I'm not going to blame Mike Tomlin whether Russ goes out there and plays like shit or Fields goes out there. I want it on record. If Fields goes out there and plays like shit or Russ goes out there and plays like shit, ultimately it would be Tomlin's decision. I'm not going to put that blame on him because it's just such a tough call.
Yep.
It really is because you just beat a Falcons team who's supposed to be pretty damn good this year.
Projected to win their division. Projected to win their division.
At home in Atlanta. So like I don't know, man. It's just a tough call. If it was up to me, I would go back to Russ just to listen. And if he's bad, Justin Fields can win you games. He can. He proved it today. So like I don't know. I don't think they're going to do Russ dirty like that. I don't think they are.
You know why I want to see Fields again? Early in that game, he just doesn't. One thing I don't love about him, he doesn't always know when to put touch on the ball. Like every pass to him is a fucking rocket. He threw a rocket out to Najee, Jerry. If he just floats that ball on the left side to Najee, that's going 40 yards down the left sideline. There's nobody there. Right side, he's throwing heaters out there. He throws a bad pass on the opening drive to GP. He's wide open beyond the sticks. Just a bad ball. I think a lot of that is nerves. That's why I want to see him get another start because look how he looked pretty good in the second half. I mean, he looked pretty good in the second half.
Really good. He was really good second half.
And
really good.
So here's the thing. Yeah, 6 field goals. Do you love a 6 field goal game? Absolutely not. I want to get in the end zone. However, getting down within that range where you can make 6 field goals, that's definitely improvement from what we had last year, Jerry. They only had one.
For sure.
They had 1 3 and out today. 1 3 and out. How many 3 and outs did the Pittsburgh Steelers have?
Was that the first drive of the second half?
Yes.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Listen, whatever happens next week is going to happen. Whoever they're going to put at quarterback, they're going to put at quarterback. I'm gonna take it easy next week. Whatever decision is made from Mike Tomlin and the staff. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it's a not only should the Steelers win this game, I think it's a must-win game. Mm-hmm. I really do, just because of the schedule they have this year. They're going to be away again. I think it's a must-win. I look forward to them going 2-0. I think there's no way they should lose to the Broncos team, especially if their defense plays like that.
Agreed. You got to beat your cupcakes, especially today.
Yeah.
Like, neither of us thought that they were going to win if Fields started. Let's be all the way honest.
No, I didn't think so.
No, neither of us did. So, Jerry's like, how do you feel? And I'm like, if Fields starts, I don't feel as optimistic as I felt with Russ. With Russ, I thought we would get the type of game like we got today out of Fields. I'm like,
exactly,
they can win the game. It's going to be, kind of a dogfight. Going to need the defense to play good football. We got all of those things, and Fields didn't kill us, Jerry. He took care of the ball. So, like, for me, what's Tomlin's big thing? What was the big thing why we were always saying
no turnovers?
That's the big reason we said Russ was going to get to start. He protects the football. Tomlin is an admirer of people that protect the football. And so if he's going to go out there and protect the ball, they're going to win the game. I don't know. It's going to be hard for me to see them put Russ back in because, Jerry, here's the other thing. Russ just had 5 weeks of hardly practicing since training camp, since he tweaks his calf in training camp. And let's just be all the way honest about it. The guy shouldn't have been pushing a fucking sled to begin with.
Yeah, that was fucking crazy,
Idiot.
bro. I mean, the guy, he openly said he's never pushed a sled before. Right. He's your quarterback. He's a veteran.
Idiot.
Like, what is he pushing a sled for, bro?
So from the beginning, that's bad coaching on the strength and conditioning coach, new strength and conditioning coach. So I don't want to be too hard on the guy, but that's just bad coaching there. However, if he couldn't heal in 5 weeks, what leads us to believe he's going to heal in 1 week going into the second week? This injury is going to linger all season. So if it lingers and he's kind of bad. At what point do you say, all right, we're putting Fields back in there? This can become a clusterfuck.
It could. It very well. It could. It could, because you can go to Russ. Russ can be good. Let's say he wins the game. Next week looks terrible. Week after that looks terrible. You go back to Fields, and then Fields is just out of it and looks terrible.
Yep.
What the fuck do you do?
Yep. Then you're in a quarterback carousel, and that's what I don't want to do.
Yeah.
That's why I would just play Fields right now until he gives us reason to believe that he's not going to be able to win games for us. He's the future. He's the younger, more upside, more potential at this stage in his career. Russ is win now, absolutely. And the way that defense played today, though, Jerry. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe they do go back to Russ, actually, because that defense is fucking really, really good. I was hesitant to see Jerry Dante Jackson. Dante Jackson was great today.
He was. He played really fucking good. I don't know. I didn't hear Porter's name today much. I mean,
that's
he
good.
missed some tackles.
That's great if you don't hear his name.
But I mean, he pretty much, I felt like he locked down Drake London for the most part.
Yep.
I think Drake London had maybe a catch or two. I'm not sure. But yeah, Falcons really didn't do a fucking thing besides Bijan Robinson with these little dunk-offs, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Other than that, they pinned their ears back. They fucking played sound football, good defense. They made a lot of big tackles. The defense was, second half, they were flying, bro. So, yeah, dude, I'm extremely happy. 1-0 feels incredible. I already can't wait for next week. I really can't.
I know, dude. I'm fucking happy. I'm hype as shit. We're 1-0. The Bengals choke to the Patriots. I mean,
crazy.
Incredible. The Browns get absolutely mollywopped.
But Deshaun Watson is ass, bro.
He's so bad. He's terrible. We said last week that could be the worst contract in the history of football. It's looking like the worst contract in the history of football. You have that, and you have the Ravens lose on Thursday night to the Chiefs. The Pittsburgh Steelers sitting at 1-0. Who would have thought it, baby? 1-0. I am good with where we're at, Jerry Don.
Oh, same here. Same here. Looking forward to next week, man.
Hell yeah. I don't have anything else, Jerry. These episodes, right after the game, they're just going to be quick, reactionary episodes. So they're not going to go too into depth. This week, we'll look ahead to the Broncos game later in the week. We're going to do another episode later in the week. The betting, recap the betting, which Jerry fucking won. That was a great bet on Najee over 50 yards, share. I'll give you that.
Thank you.
But yeah, these will be quick episodes, and then we will record again later this week, and we'll drop another episode on Thursday for you guys.
Awesome. See you later, Kev.
Hell yeah, brother. 1-0.
We're here. We're still here.
We are still here.